welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here. Thanks for clicking play and being with me today. I was brainstorming ideas for this week's video because on Friday, like a couple days ago, well, I'm recording this on Monday, so this past Friday, I got 3 of my wisdom teeth extracted, and so I'm still healing and I'm feeling very tired. I'm not feeling like my best self. And so I've really just been playing around with ideas of what I could do for the vlog that isn't too much. Doesn't have too many layers. And so I think I decided that I'm going to record kind of my writing routine. I don't have a super specific one, but kind of with the goal of getting back into my writing routine, seeing how many words I can write each day and seeing how many words I can write by the time that I upload this video, because honestly my writing routine's been a little all over the place. I finished my first draft in May, and then we just had stuff going on. We went camping, we had my family in town. July we had Ren Fair, my son had summer camp. I've been working on Studio Lex, which is my small business. I'll link it in the description if you're interested in checking it out. And then I got my wisdom teeth extracted, and my son has surgery soon, and so it's just been kind of go, go, go. And I took a month off after I finished my first draft, about a month, just to brainstorm, have some space away from my draft. That way I could look at it with fresh eyes again. And so anyway, I feel like ever since I finished my first draft, I'm nearly 10,000 words into it, but I haven't really shown up consistently for it in the way that I want to. Like before I finished, I was writing pretty much every single day. And then since finishing, it's been very sporadic, especially since starting my YouTube. Like, I'm so excited to be vlogging, but the last 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks, I don't even know, just been a learning curve, you know, figuring out my editing software, figuring out how I'm going to record, figuring out when to record. I've never vlogged my life before. So all that to say, my time has not been spent on writing as much as I would like it to be, and so I'm hoping that this week I can record myself changing that. So we'll see how it goes, but stay tuned and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. So hopefully you can hear me okay, but I've been writing for about 15 minutes and I have written 371 words, so almost 400 words, and I'm feeling really, really good. It's really nice to be able to write right now. My son's at camp, my daughter is taking a nap, because if you watch my other videos, I was talking about how I've been working out really hard. I have my small business that I run. I've had both kids home full time, and so the time I would usually write during the evening, I've just been completely zonked. No brain power, no energy, just honestly ready for bed. Ow. And so writing right now during nap time, and being that my son is preoccupied at camp, I can just feel like my creative juices flowing, and that's really validating and reassuring to me, because there for a minute I was like, wow, I took a break from writing, obviously to give myself some space for my first draft, and then, you know, the summer happened and it was crazy. Like, did I just lose my flow altogether? Like, that didn't seem right. But sitting here now, I'm realizing that's not the case. It's kind of just the season of life that I'm in, and if I can fit this in during the day, I think I'm gonna have a lot better results that I'm looking for. So I'm trying to think, if my word count goal, my daily word count goal is currently at 1,700. I just wrote almost 400 words in 15 minutes. So 15, 30, 45, 60. I could basically hit my word count goal in about an hour or so, give or take, if I just utilize the time that my brain is functioning the best. So anyway, my brain's not functioning great right now. My teeth, where I got my wisdom teeth extracted, it's starting to really hurt like all of a sudden, and I just hit that 4-hour mark, so I need to go take my medicine. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to sit down and keep writing, and then I will update you again. Welcome back. Today is day 2. I'm actually gonna set you down for a second. Hang on. I literally forgot my computer. Anyway, today is day 2 of this week and getting back into my writing groove. Yesterday I wrote over 2,000 words. I broke into, I'm officially 10,000 words into my second draft, 10,245 words. And then let's see, yesterday I wrote a total of 2,181 words. So I'm feeling really proud about that. I'm feeling really, really good. I feel like I found my flow again. I was having so much fun writing. And honestly, I kind of got into the groove of like being so into my writing that I wasn't getting distracted by social media. And so I'm kind of thinking that maybe my trouble with feeling distracted, getting on my apps, that sort of thing, instead of just writing, has a little bit of something to do with imposter syndrome or insecurity. I'm realizing, there's probably some insecurity there around draft 2. I'm feeling a pressure to make my second draft way better than my first draft, which I think is normal. That's what I had intended for this draft, is to be a lot more polished, for me to take a lot more time on it, yada yada. But I think I also need to remember that I'm still not necessarily trying to edit this draft. Like, yes, I am polishing it more, which is that's my word for editing. But at the same time, I can go through my manuscript again and check the voice. I can go through my manuscript again and, check for redundancies and that sort of thing. I don't need to put so much pressure on myself to have all of that figured out, sentence by sentence as I'm writing each single chapter. And so I think I kind of need to let that go a little bit, because as I've already said on my channel, I'm anticipating a third, potentially a fourth draft. I'm not afraid of that. But I think subconsciously what I'm doing is trying to avoid having to do a lot of work later by just trying and getting it done now, which isn't wrong or bad, I don't think. But I do sense that it is holding me back a little bit, because I'm getting in my head about it instead of just writing my story. And so anyway, like I said, yesterday was really successful. I was very happy with my results, and I'm excited to see what I can get done today. So I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. Hello again. So update. Yesterday, I did not end up doing any writing, which was a bummer. After I sat down to start writing, my daughter actually woke up from her nap, and I cannot sit on the couch while my daughter is downstairs, because she just wants to be all over me, which is fine, but she won't go do her own thing. Like, if I am in the living room within the confines of the baby gate, she wants to be all over me. But it's so silly because if I'm not within the confines of the baby gate, if I'm not in the living room with her, she'll play independently. She'll just do her own thing. It's not that she will like cry for me to come, you know, be with her or anything like that, because our living room is right here, and then just like 2 steps away is my desk, and so I'll be doing work over there, and she'll be perfectly content. So it's really interesting. It's kind of tricky. Obviously, yes, I could write at my desk, but I prefer to write on the couch. Like when I get into the writing zone, I just want to be sitting. I want to be comfy. I want to kind of like have a blanket, you know, have a drink. I like to be cozy when I'm writing. I like to just kind of be in this mode, which again is why I love writing at night. And so the past few days that I've been in recovery, that sounds so extreme, but the past couple days I haven't been working out super intensely and stuff. I have been writing in the evenings, which has been really wonderful, getting back into that routine. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it up once I start exercising again like I was, but for now I'm enjoying it. But yesterday she woke up from her nap. I didn't get any new writing done, which again, like I said, was a bummer, but I did have my weekly writing session with my friend who is also writing a book, and that was really fun. It's always such a good time getting to connect, brainstorming. We've been reading each other's chapters. I'm done with my first draft. She's almost done with her first draft. We're both around like chapter 26 of each other's work, and my book has a total of 32 chapters, so she's almost done with my first draft. But basically, we've just been each other's alpha readers, which has been really, really great. It's nice going through it. It's nice being able to have someone give you feedback on your work, even when it's super rough. Like, you know, first draft, you're not going to want to have beta readers write it because there's so many questions that haven't been answered yet. The writing's a little rough, yada, yada. But it's really nice getting the feedback and getting to kind of just collaborate on ideas and, you know, just have someone get hype and fall in love with your characters or even call out when things just don't make sense. So that was really good. But I'm about to sit down and write now. This morning when I was dropping my son off at camp, I actually had another kind of revelation about my book, which is really exciting, about the love interest and just one of the plot lines. Something kind of intense is going to happen, and I think it's going to add a lot of depth to my story, which I'm really looking forward to. I've been trying to consider my story more from a bird's eye view at this point as I'm writing draft 2, just, you know, making sure obviously there's like the through line of the story, but then also how do I tie up side character arcs? You know, how do I make sure that certain things land in my story, that sort of thing. And just making sure that the conflict in my story is impactful. Like, I really want my story to, I don't know, I want it to land. I want it to go there for the reader. I want, when you're reading it, you know, the moments you're supposed to be on the edge of your seat, I want you to be on the edge of your seat. I want there to be enough foundation laid so that when certain things happen, like, you feel it. So those are the things that I've really been taking the time to think about. And while I was in the car driving home, this idea just hit me, and it works with my story. It's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool idea, but I kind of have to force it in there. Like, no, it works. It works really well, actually. So I'm really excited. But that being said, I'm going to get to writing, and I will check back with you guys in a little bit. So day 4, I completely forgot to do a check-in in the morning, and I actually didn't have an opportunity to sit down and write until
that evening when we also were supposed to be putting together my son's new bedroom. We got him this super cool loft bed, as you can see from this video. My husband was so awesome. I literally walked into the room and he was like, "Where's your computer?" And I was like, "Well, I was gonna help you build the bed." And he's like, "No, I just want your company while you write and while I do this." And so I grabbed my laptop and write I did. It was a really, really good session. I didn't hit my daily session goal, but we did into chapter 5, and overall it was just really, really good. I was really feeling confident about how everything came together, and just honestly glad that I had a chance to write at all, since I didn't have a chance to write on Tuesday. So 4 days of writing, and I will do the calculations and post it in the next. Hello. Sorry for the crappy lighting. I'm literally recording this at almost 9 p.m. I was putting together the vlog and I realized that I did not have any sort of like wrap up video, especially since day 4 I finished writing so late. I didn't even record myself like talking with you guys at all. I didn't do a check-in. That's how the day went. Honestly, I was worried that I wasn't gonna have a chance to write at all, so I'm just glad that I had a chance to write. But I wanted to make sure, hop on here and just kind of close it out by saying I feel really accomplished. I'm feeling much better about getting back into the swing of writing. I realized throughout the course of this last week that it really just boils down to getting back into a routine, getting out of my head about it, and just giving myself the freedom to allow my creativity to flow, as well as also realizing that I was putting a lot of pressure on myself in regards to draft 2 and wanting it to be really, really good. And I think that's fine. I think it's fine to want draft 2 to be good, but it is also just draft 2. And I think that if it is, if it is hindering me instead of empowering me, then I need to reevaluate my expectations and the pressure that I'm putting on myself. So, but all in all, feeling really good about it. I literally look like a hot mess. I told myself I was not going to say that on my YouTube channel because the whole premise is like, I'm a mom of 2 and I'm super busy and I'm doing this in the midst of the chaos. But man, this week recovering from my wisdom tooth operation and all of that, I just feel like I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And right now I'm literally re-wearing this shirt from a couple days ago and my hair is crazy and I don't know. But today was the first day that my wisdom teeth weren't in excruciating pain, or the extractions, or whatever you want to say. So that's a major win. I'm hoping it'll be even better tomorrow, and honestly I'm just looking forward to feeling more like myself. So with that being said, if you've made it this far in my video, thank you so much for watching, and to let me know that you made it this far, drop your favorite emoji or let me know what draft you're on. Tell me a little bit about your whip. I would love to connect with you in the comments. But until next time,